me try this one. 90.1 WECS. Hello. And welcome to another edition of Something Different with Mark E. Ramone here at WECS. We've got a special guest band down here today, and I'm going to let them perform a song live, a cappella, while I try to figure out why my microphone's not working. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome My Druthers.
Whiskey is the life of man. Whiskey, Johnny. Oh, whiskey is the life of man. Whiskey for my Johnny, oh. Oh, I drink a whiskey when I can. Whiskey, Johnny. I drink it out of an old tin can. Whiskey for my Johnny, oh. Oh, whiskey gave me a broken nose. Whiskey, Johnny. Oh, whiskey made me pawn my clothes. Whiskey for my Johnny, ho! Oh, whiskey drove me around Cape Horn. Whiskey, Johnny! There was many a month when I was gone. Whiskey for my Johnny, ho! I thought I heard the old man say, hey, whiskey, Johnny! I'll treat my crew in a decent way. Whiskey for my Johnny, ho! A glass of grog for every man. Whiskey, Johnny, and a bottle for the shanty man. Whiskey for my Johnny, ho!
We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
Alrighty, hello, and I'm back. We're having some technical difficulties. I don't know why. Let me see. It worked. Thank you.
What'd you do? Dan, you fixed
You
it?
fixed it.
What'd you do?
I think when
I've done that
Arthur
before.
hit the PSA button and knocked my phone off, it must have hit that button by accident.
Oh, I did see a phone hit the deck.
Well, welcome, gentlemen.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Stuart, right?
Yeah.
And Logan
Yes, sir.
and Dan.
That's right.
I can't believe I remembered your names. I
Pretty
don't have
good.
my notepad in front of me.
Look at you.
Well, welcome to Something Different here at WECS. Big fan over the past couple of years.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for being in touch. It's been cool communicating with you.
Yeah. Stuart, I think you probably started all this, right? Because you were originally in Rogue March.
Yeah, for a couple of years back, I guess.
Bring that closer to you.
Yeah, sure. Here we go. I can use this wheelie chair to go closer. Yeah. For a couple of years, had a band called Rogue March that didn't work out, but it kind of paved the way for what we're doing with My Druthers. And I went back when we were sort of reinventing that thing. Went back started a couple years ago, and just wanted to draw on actually just like a couple. In reevaluating, I was like, man, what I really need here is people that I know really well and that I really respect and that are really excellent musicians. And I called upon these dudes, and I was like, well, if these guys both say no, I'm dead in the water, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And they both said yes, so it worked out.
And you're based out of the New London area, right?
Yeah.
Very. How appropriate to be doing some sea shanties from a whaling town,
Oh,
right?
that's what we thought, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we call, it's the whaling city for us, but our buddies in New Bedford like to argue with us about that.
That's right. Yeah.
We spell it differently, though. Yeah. W-A-I-L.
That's right. Yeah, shout out to whalingcity.com.
Yeah.
So, would you also characterize your music as kind of rebel rock? I've seen a couple different.
Yeah, I don't know how rock it is. Definitely, we say we're like, what's the thing that I put up on the internet? It's like, rebel songs of Ireland and the sea, and then it kind of is like rebel songs and sea shanties. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call us a rock band per se, but definitely we play rebel music and we sing sea shanties.
And we all, did folk and punk for a really long time, so it's kind of hard not to play that way.
Yeah. I have found that it's very difficult not to play that way.
Yeah.
'Cause, people, it's been. People have referred to us as a punk band a couple times, and I'm like, well, God, thanks.
Close.
Like that's like the ultimate compliment. But I know. I'm like, dude, we don't have a drummer. We don't have any Marshall cabs. We don't even have a bass player.
But we all go to punk church. Dude.
That's right. That's right. I mean, we are. We spend a lot of time in that world, and we definitely bring that to what we're doing now.
Yeah, well, Dan's got in trouble for that before, right?
Got in trouble for what?
Playing folk music all punk rocked out.
Yeah, I guess you can get in trouble for that.
Dan gives us our folk credo, though. He did the thing for a long time in a proper. I mean, would you call you guys folk can kickers? Were they folk punk? Would you say?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they were proper, but
Were you in the can kickers?
yeah.
Oh wow, cool. I reached just like over the past couple of years, like heard of them. And that was a while back, huh?
Yeah, I think that band started in around 2000, 2001. We're still technically a band, but we don't play very much anymore.
You're on extended hiatus.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
we're old and have kids.
Yeah,
Families and
Logan, are you in Hep Studies? I saw that on your jacket.
Yeah, I'm taking a break right now. But yeah, I was in Hem Studies for 12 years. Some crazy thing, long time. I've been playing music for forever.
So you all have some credibility. You all have some good roots in the Connecticut music scene, right?
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
And Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna say my roots are more down south. I moved up to this area.
Yeah, you got an accent.
Do I? What? No, I get called out for my accent up here, and I'm like, man. You definitely hadn't heard my mom talk, or most of my friends. I don't have an accent down south, but boy, I know some people who do. But yeah, people up here, they peg it out. Yeah, I lived in Gainesville, Florida from like 98 to 08 and just did nothing but play punk rock and tour and do the thing and just got hooked. I tried to shake it there for a while, but it didn't work out.
Good luck, bud.
But I moved up to Connecticut for the first time in 08, and that's when I met these guys and fell in love.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool because we've all known each other forever, and we've all played in bands and music, but we've never actually played together.
Yeah. We've worked together, but haven't played together. We kind of met working at a vineyard together.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Logan, we weren't there at exactly the same time. I was working with Dan for a while. That's when I met you. And then I moved to Oregon, and Logan took my spot at the vineyard.
And then a spot on your couch.
And then a spot on my couch in Oregon. Yes, he did.
I don't know why we didn't play together earlier.
I don't know.
We went to your show in Portland.
We did?
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah. That was when I met Doug, because he had already moved out. Hey, Doug.
Hey, buddy.
We just stayed with Doug. He was another can kicker when we did this last tour. We went up to Maine and got to stay with a can kicker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Man. All right, let's. I'm going to put another public service announcement on, and then we can do another live
Sure.
song.
Whatever you want, man. You're the
Sounds
boss.
good.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
She tooraloo, and the old folks picking on a banjo. Hoorah, what the hell's the row? We're all from the railroad tooraloo. We're all from the railroad tooraloo, and the old folks picking on a banjo. Pack it back in your sack, heave away me boys, heave away me bully boys, why don't you make some noise? We're all from the railroad tooraloo, and the old folks picking on a banjo. Hoorah, what the hell's the row? We're all from the railroad tooraloo, we're all from the railroad tooraloo, and the old folks picking on a banjo. Oh, whiskey, oh, Johnny, oh, the mud hook is in sight. It's a hell of a way the girls that wait in the old Nantucket light. We're all from the railroad tooraloo, and the old folks picking on a banjo. Hoorah, what the hell's the row? We're all from the railroad tooraloo, 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 and the old folks picking on a banjo.
Yeehaw! Awesome. Awesome. All right, My Druthers right here at 90.1 WECS.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
So you just came back from a tour in Southeast Asia, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that? I imagine all people all around the world love sea shanties, and there's not many sea shanty bands out there, right?
There's not. There's more than there used to be.
More
That's
than
for
you think
sure.
there is,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Especially after the TikTok explosion of 2020. That was I didn't see that one coming. But so there is a spotlight on it. I guess now due to that, but not so much in Southeast Asia. But this tour wasn't last year. We did a big 3-week 5-country thing in Southeast Asia. This year was I just did some solo stuff for about a week. And next year is going to be another big one, about a month. But yeah, it's great. It's such a crazy mix over there because you get a lot of expats, a lot of Westerners from Australia, England, Ireland, Germany, all over Europe. Some Canadians, not very many Americans. So you get those folks, and then you also get like the local Vietnamese people who have never heard that stuff before, and they are way into it. And they've also, and it's so cool to see. I went over there with our buddy Jeff Butler last year.
Who plays on the record?
Who plays on the record? Yeah, and he's in a great band called the Bards of Gunjiwamp. But that the way that he plays fiddle and the way that I play guitar, the Vietnamese folks had never seen. They didn't understand it. They never seen it. They were just like, "What do you like? How do you not break your guitar? How do you not break all your strings?" It was like, "Well, I do break a lot of strings." And then like the way that Jeff plays fiddle, they've only heard it played like really classically and very, same with guitar, a lot of finger picking and very classical, very beautiful. So we get up there and just start hammering on our gear, and they're mesmerized. So it's really, and they really appreciate it. So we have a lot of fun touring over there.
Do you get a lot of listeners? And now with all the new streaming stuff, you can see where your listeners are living in different parts of the world. Are you seeing other fans pop up in other countries too?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked into the stats.
There is a map. Stuart's
There's
learning how to internet.
I don't know. I guess, but as far as as far as the social media stuff goes, yeah, we get a lot of likes over there from Southeast Asia, but I haven't really checked the map for any of the streaming services. We just joined up pretty recently when that album came out last year.
And yeah, let's talk about Coming Up Threes, right?
Yeah, man.
Very cool album. I've listened to it several times.
Oh, thanks.
Really
Appreciate it.
I love the cover art. Who did the cover art?
Oh, that's our boy Andrew Green, also
Rat
known
Killer.
as Rat Killer 3000. Yeah. No, but he's a local guy. He does tattoo art and woodcuts and all kinds of things. And we were trying to keep everything in the family, so to speak.
Yep.
You know, so like we could get art from somebody that was from Connecticut, you know, and kind of knew what we were going for. And he does amazing work, you know.
He's a badass. He is a badass.
Yeah, it's kind of worth getting the record just for the cover.
Just for the cover,
really.
really. Yeah, man.
I remember it was funny because we were like, yeah, here's what, in my mind, like the imagery was going to be like, okay, if we could have some guys maybe in the background, like throwing up off the side of the boat, but like, so we mentioned that, like, yes, maybe some guys like throwing up because we have a song called Bone Dry Heaves, and then he did the art, and it's just like huge in the forefront, just like vomit basically hitting you in the face, and we're like, oh, well, I mean, that is kind of what we asked, and we loved it, but it was like, wow, that's graphic.
It is graphic.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
We did. We got exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of conversation about what color it should be.
Yeah.
It's true.
We did.
We
Like,
even
at
had
first
him
it was
redo
like,
it.
Should it be blood?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
And it was too zombie. Like he did the
Yeah,
blood
yeah.
vomit. It was like, no, that's too zombie.
That's what I'm wondering, because there's like somebody with a big top hat is drinking and enjoying his drink, and it looks like there's a keg of something in the back with body parts.
Oh, well, it's all class war, man.
Yeah.
No, but it's Nelson's blood, right? There's a
You want to tell the Nelson?
Yeah, Dan, you do
Yeah,
Nelson's
you know
blood.
better than I do.
Do I? Yeah. Okay. So fact or fiction, I don't know, but Admiral Nelson passed away at sea. I believe that part at least is fact, and maybe the whole thing is. And we don't do that song. Nelson's Blood is a song that we do. We didn't put on the record. We do that song, and a lot of people do. I think the main reason we didn't do it is because the Dreadnoughts had already done it, and we try not to cross streams with them too much. But the idea that he passed away at sea and they wanted to bring him back home and bury him. So in order to preserve his body, they put him in a keg of brandy, a cask of brandy, and then the sailors got thirsty, and they're like, "Well, we're all out of brandy. We do have that one barrel with Admiral Nelson."
We got
at the
the
bottom."
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the song is a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do you any harm. So they started getting drunk on the blood and brandy of their dead admiral.
It's one of those tunes like Drunken Sailor where you can just like make up however many verses and you just go until you get sick of singing it, you know?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, one of the questions I had on my laptop at home is, like, do you just kind of riff a lot, or do you try to stay within like a certain traditional sea shanty format, if you will?
Oh, like making up lyrics on the fly?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we will. Like Dan's the champ of that one. We do a song called "Hangin' Johnny,"
Yeah.
and Dan will, like, I don't know. We're not playing that song today, but like you want to talk about
Well,
it?
I mean, I think we do kind of hold to the tradition of the sea shanty, where you can insert. That's what they did, because it's like, how long do you have to pull on this thing or turn this thing? Oh, we got to do it longer, so I need to come up with some more verses.
Yeah.
Ran out of words, but the job is not complete yet, because I mean, a lot of these are work songs, so that's and Dan's really good about coming up with stuff on especially for Hanging Johnny. He just starts hanging different people in the room because the whole thing is like, I say I hung, blah blah, whoever it is. So he'll just start pointing to people and that he knows their name, and then he'll rhyme with that. And that's what they would have done back in the day. So
And we definitely mess around with the tradition. We're not like
We're not strict.
purist traditional sea shanty group, whatever that means, even.
yeah,
You gotta
right.
make it your own, yeah.
yeah. we do lean into that.
In a way, it's kind of like rapping, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, in that way,
yeah.
improvisational lyrics.
Yeah.
And a lot of the sea shanty, a lot of the research into sea shanties goes back to that fact that the sea work songs came from black sailors and black longshoremen and that work song tradition. So a lot of the origins of the music are from a black tradition. So I wouldn't say it's like connected to hip hop,
It's not connected.
but there's there might be some similar roots in that way.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I think a lot of people probably don't know that most of this stuff did originate in Africa, and they started bringing upon the ships. and in order to synchronize work, and then and everybody was like, well, that is better. That does help, because a way to synchronize when it's, because now everything's mechanized, but back then when you had to really, I don't know, you had 12 dudes pulling 12 ropes, and the only way to hoist the thing that you needed to hoist was to have everybody synchronized. What better way to do that than to...
And it kind of comes from like post-Napoleonic War days.
Count it.
The fleets were becoming more commercialized, and they were like, we need less people on the boats
Yeah, the blackballed
to make
line.
it cheaper. So they had to do the same work with less people, and it was just these sea shanty work songs were one of the ways that they did that.
Also, sorry, not to cut anybody off. One of the things is that ships were very, at least among the people that were working on them, were pretty egalitarian. It was kind of like the military in that way, because all these guys were assuming they were going to die, and so they were like, okay, well, I don't care, who you are. Can you pull this rope? Great. Are you going to kill me? No? Great. Like, let's go.
Let's go.
That's like Frederick Douglass. Like, that's how he got to the North. He stowed away on a ship in Baltimore because there were so many people just like walking around the ports. He got like fake papers, jumped on a ship, and the guys on the ship were like, "Oh, sick. Yeah, we'll take you. Don't kill anybody.
Can you work?
Can you work?
Yeah.
Great. You look strong. Let's go." That's it.
Well, you seem to know a lot about history, and we'll talk more about historical connections to one of your songs that I really, really, really love, Christopher.
Oh.
But let's do another song first.
Yeah, cool.
Which one do you want to do?
Whatever you want.
Want to do the title track?
Yeah, you want to do Come Up Threes? Yeah, we might need a second to grab our
Yeah,
instruments. Is
so
that cool?
we'll be right back with My Druthers in just a bit. Stand by.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
Here we go.
Tankers flow and spirits high. Hey, ho, the rowboys row, all are showing out. One night, one, the boats are. We're right on the brink, and with the drink. Thirst, the rounds all day. Burn the money for, we say, a live and die for sure. Hey, all the things we find on shore that turn me into the air. It's one for the women, and two for drink. That's three, the death of me. In my pants. Hey, ho, let's go. Leave headed to tattoo. She danced with knives at both eyes. Went right to the room and left like a roo. Oh, the lion's dead. My head was spinning, but not from sinning, but the poison my whiskey. All the things we find on shore that turn me into this. It's one for the women and two for drink. That's the death of me. Let's go. With a hammer in my head. Hey, ho, what's all this? Stomach goes and all my bread. Face and mind, waste and face. All right to the women, kill or dead. All the righteous dead. Drag me back out to the ship and let's do it again. All the things we find on shore that turn me into this. It's one for the women and two for drink. That's the death of me. All the things we find on shore that turn me into this. For the women and two for drink that's the death of me. Let's go.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
and you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
Yeah. There you go. My Druthers right here at 90.1 WECS. Coming up threes, their latest album that came out last year. And they are out of the new London, Connecticut area. They're going to be performing coming up next weekend. You got shows on, I believe, Saturday and Friday, right?
Yeah, appreciate you mentioning that. Yeah, we definitely wanted to plug that. We're is it
My favorite place, 33 Golden.
Yeah, yeah. Going down to see Gino. That's right. That was on Friday. And it's the same lineup, Friday and Saturday, with Jesse Ahern, who's one of our buddies, an amazing rebel folk musician from Boston. And then our buddy is coming over from the UK, Vince Ko.
Oh, wow.
And so it's the three of us on both shows. Friday at 33 Golden in New London, and Saturday at the Boston Harbor Distillery.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Should be fun.
that should be a lot of fun. I wish I was going to be in town. I'm actually going to be in. I would love to go to. I haven't been to 33 Golden in so long.
Oh man, it's still awesome.
When's the next sea shanty night down there?
Oh yeah.
Not at 33, but down there.
Well, in Norwich, the next sea shanty night is Norwich on May Day, May 1st, with None of Us Saints. Our buddies, None of Us Saints. They're kind of our new favorite emerging traditional Irish sea shanty folk band. They're awesome. There's three of them, and they're for at least one of them is from Norwich. So that'll be great. That's on May Day.
Just down the road.
Just
Yeah.
down the road.
Just down.
There's so many amazing bands that are from the area. Have you heard of? Oh, now it's escaping me again. I did do this show called New Music Online. It's a radio hour featuring all local music, and we coming up in just about 20 minutes. We've got the latest edition. It's our pairing show. So we take basically a well-known artist or band from internationally known or nationally known and pair them up with somebody who's local from Western New England. And this week, I get to pair my all-time favorite artist ever. And I didn't think I would be able to find anybody to pair her with, but I did. So stay tuned at 4 o'clock to find out who that is. But what was I getting to? I was trying to get the band out at the Norwich area, the Reducers.
Oh, they're in London.
Yeah, New London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
London, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they put like Norwich on Bandcamp or something. I don't know. But anyhow, yeah. So the Reducers are an amazing band. A few of them are still around, I believe.
Yeah.
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 Stuart actually works at the old tavern that Pete used to own.
Yeah.
That's
That's Tavern. Yeah. He,
In the great tradition of like musicians, like
yeah.
working at the dock.
Yeah, pretty much all of us who work there are are musicians. And yeah, Peter Detmold, they sold the place. Peter and Martha sold it. I guess coming up on 2 years ago now. But yeah, that was Peter from the Reducers. He owned and worked that place for like 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is that where you filmed the video for Christopher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got permission from the new owners, Tim, God bless him. I was like, because we set off the smoke alarm. We were there till 4 in the morning.
Do you think Pete would have let us do
that? Sorry, no, he would not have.
You would think. Anyhow, but yeah, that's an awesome video. Let's talk about Christopher. I love your take on the whole Christopher Columbus historical perspective.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to deny that he existed or don't want to acknowledge that he had some part in history, but and then they tacked more to it.
Yeah, well, I feel like now it's kind of gotten more out there as far as like the atrocities that guy did commit. I remember, but at the time when I wrote the song, I actually wrote that song when I was playing with a band called Folk Y'all, maybe 15 years ago. And I was reading just straight up, just like it's like the beginning of the people's history, Howard Zinn book, the people's history of the U.S. or America, whatever the
United
title
States.
is. And it just kind of jumped out. Like, well, I didn't know that. I was just reading like, wow, because it's not like it's not and nowadays all the news is just opinions and people just saying whatever. That it's like, no, here, this is the man's own handwriting, like Christopher Columbus.
Oh, wow.
Here is what he said in his words, and these are direct quotes. They can't really. So you look at, like, he's just talking about how, God, it would be how easily these people could be enslaved, and like the thing that all the things he said, were just awful, and all the things he did. He was
Yeah, he and his brother both.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things too, where like he was sending slaves to Spain, and they were like, "Dude, what? Like, we didn't ask for this. We want gold, son. Why are you sending us people?"
Yeah. Mhm.
He's like, "Oh, I got these people though." It's like it's wild.
So yeah, it just came from that, like me finding out for the first time what this guy really did, because I could talk about it forever. It's like, well, so we're taught that he discovered America. It's like, well, how do you discover a country that there's already millions of people living in, and then
And
so
other
what
Europeans
happened
were
after?
here before him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that was, that's where the song was born of. But it was a long time ago. Now that was the only one I kind of hung on to, I guess, because we do a lot of it's sort of half a sea shanty, so I
Yeah.
just thought it was kind of appropriate. I don't resurrect
Sea
the-
song, technically.
Excuse me.
It is
excuse
a
me.
sea song.
Yeah, Dan keeps us honest. Yeah, I call if it's about the sea, I call it a shanty, which is not true.
No,
Shanties are work songs, to perform certain tasks. So yeah, that is like a maritime song or a sea song.
Point taken.
Got to be careful. There's some people around here that
they'll
take
get you, dude.
this
Yeah.
stuff serious.
But I think I've learned more about history as an adult than I did when I was in school, and their cut down version.
I mean, how many years can you go in a row learning about the same period of history? Like that always killed me about history class in school.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, we start at the front of the textbook again. We learn about the same section of history. Maybe we'll make it to World War II this time. Who
It's
knows?
mainly all Western European history. Like,
Yeah.
we're not talking about, anything that happened in Central South America, Eastern Europe, anything that happened in Africa, Australia. It's just, I don't think you don't, you just accept it when you're young. You don't know. And then you get older and you're like, why were we taught about why was it so specific and whitewashed? Why weren't we taught about these other things?
And how the world was connected so long ago that I didn't realize by, boats and trade and
Yeah.
going back and forth. And yeah, so much to learn about history.
I think the problem is with history too is that a lot of kids like check out in history class.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay,
They don't see how
dates
it's important.
and facts and figure like they don't understand. They're collections of stories. They're just stories about people. And some of that stuff is crazy. Like when you start really learning about the history of things and things that people did back in the day,
Mm.
like it's insane. Some
Yeah.
of it, like you couldn't write the stuff. It sounds crazy.
And you mentioned like the things about information and things being spread. Once ships were going back and forth. That's a big part of the sea music. That's how. What's so interesting to me is because there'll be certain songs that there are like 20 to 30 different versions of, because they traveled from ship to ship, from
Uh-huh.
country to country and from shantyman to shantyman, and everybody put their own spin on it.
Yep.
So there'll be one song where there's just basically 20 to 30 or who knows how many different versions, because everybody put their own spin. And that to me, I love that about this folk music, is like, man, it doesn't belong to anyone, and you can do what you want to with it and add to or take away from whatever you want.
That was a good point. So we're running out of time. Do you want to do one more song?
Yeah, we could.
We could probably even fit in two songs because I can't play the game I usually play because I don't have it. I'm not connected to my laptop right now.
We could try one. We've never done one sitting down before. We're sitting down right now. You want to do?
You could do one of those slappy on the legs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like Ranzo Boys. Yeah. You want to do? You want to do? I don't know, John Kanaka or
We're gonna do Hanging John.
Hanging John. You want to do Hanging John? Yeah, we could. Can you come up with something that rhyme with Mark?
I don't know. It's hard. Right.
I say that I hung Marky. He was full of malarkey.
I think you should do it.
Do it, Stuart. Oh no! No, no! Well, this is Dan.
We'll be right back after this public service announcement.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one of a kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
and you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
90.1 WECS. Something different. Here's My Druthers.
Oh, they call me Hangin' Johnny. Away, boys, away. They say I hangs for money. So hang, boys, hang. Oh, they said I hung my mother. Away, boys, away. My sister and my brother. So hang, boys, hang. Oh, they said I hung my father. Away, boys, away. They said I hung no other. So hang, boys, hang. Oh, they said I hung Kravitsky. Away, boys, away. I bet he'll really miss me. So hang, boys, hang. Oh, they said I hung our Davy. Away, boys, away. He will not join the Navy. So hang, boys, hang. Oh, they said I hung a Christie. Away, boys, away. It made my eyes so misty. So hang, boys, hang. Oh, they say that I hung Mark E. Away, boys, away. They said he was full of malarkey. So hang, boys, hang. So let's haul and heel together. Away, boys, away. Let's haul for better weather. So hang, boys, hang.
Love
the
solo
shout.
clapping. Thanks, man. Hey, you mentioned earlier about the that there could be a little bit of rap or something influence in there, and this is one we did kind of. Logan had the idea, and I thought it was pretty cool because this is a song we've known for a while, Cape Cod Girls, to make it like people sitting on a stoop, like if we were in that situation, like to kind of if people were just going, kind of just rapping sitting around, and so we did put a spin on this one.
Oh, cool.
Someone we don't so much, but
I definitely love that one off the album.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So many good ones off the album.
well,
Mark.
you spoil us.
Where can people get one of our albums?
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. Tell you what, Telegraph Records and
Is Telegraph Records still?
Oh, yeah, man.
oh yeah, it's called a Telegraph Autonomous Zone or however you want it. Yeah. Oh, dude,
Oh, the homie Rich is down there. He moved it to a new spot.
The place is amazing.
Crushing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have
it's-
bands down there.
Yeah,
doing all
they have shows. They have an extensive collection. It's unbelievable. You have to, take a couple hours if you really want to dive in. But yeah, that place is great. And then we had a Mystic Disc. We got them for sale also. Other than that, it's pretty much
And you can
online.
stream or?
Yeah, we're on everywhere you can stream anything. We're on iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What about Willimantic Records?
Not yet. I
Not
should
yet.
have brought some. Damn,
Oh,
we
we'll
should.
talk to Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell him he sent us, man. That's it.
Yeah, should have brought them. That's
Yeah,
great.
look, Mark, he told us to drop you off records. You have to take them now. Sorry.
I can
No,
bring
you
the
just keep
record
doing
that I
the
just
show.
gave to Mark, and that's the
Yes.
one we have on.
Go ahead. I'd rather see you sell it than.
No.
But otherwise, Bandcamp, yeah, that's always the best one. We're on the evil streamers, but they truly are soulless and awful. But if you want to get out, there, you kind of got to be on them.
Yeah, Bandcamp's not too bad.
Bandcamp's great. Yeah, that's the thing. The other ones are not, but Bandcamp is great, and sadly they don't have the numbers that the other ones do. But yeah, we love that stuff, and they actually do pay their artists, and they are fair. And you can download from there, or if you order a record, I'll be happy to send it to you. I'll even write you a little note.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Stuart will write you a love note.
No,
He packs it up.
it'll be downright romantic.
And people can get in touch with you through socials.
Yeah, we aren't on all the stuff. But we Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Pretty much Instagram. I mean, we use those too. We haven't done the TikTok thing yet.
We don't understand it. You got to get some kid.
Yeah, we're old.
You must
man.
be
There's
older
other-
than 25. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other platforms also that we're just not on. And maybe we will be someday if we can get somebody to do it for free who's much younger.
Like my 12-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get your daughter to do that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
We need more kids.
Yeah, right. Need a better workforce.
All right, we'll try and
All right.
Yeah,
Ooh, that
go
sounds
ahead.
good.
Yeah, I think it sounds all right.
Oh, Cape Cod girls don't use no combs.
Haul away, haul them away.
They combs their hair with the codfish bones, and we're
Bound away for Australia. So heave her up, me bully, bully boys. Haul away, haul them away.
oh, heave her up and don't you make a noise, and we're
Bound away for Australia.
Now Cape Cod folks ain't got no ills.
Haul away, haul them away.
Them Cape doctors feed 'em all the codfish pills, and we're
Bound away for Australia. So heave her up, me bully, bully boys. Haul away, haul them away. Oh,
heave her up and don't you make a noise, and we're
bound away for Australia.
Those Cape Cod kids ain't got no sleds.
Haul away, haul them away.
They slide down hills on the codfish heads, and we're
Bound away for Australia. So heave her up, me bully, bully boys. Haul away, haul them away. Oh,
heave her up and don't you make a noise, and we're
bound away for Australia.
Those Cape Cod shoes ain't got no soles.
Haul away, haul them away.
They'd all burn off from walking on coals, and we're
Bound away for Australia. So heave her up, me bully, bully boys. Haul away, haul them away.
oh, heave her up and don't you make a noise, and we're
Bound away for Australia.
Those Cape Cod cats ain't got no tails.
Haul away, haul them away.
It was all blown up in the nori scales, and we're
Bound away for Australia. So heave her up, me bully, bully boys. Haul away, haul them away. Oh,
heave her up and don't you make a noise, and we're
bound away for Australia.
Cape Cod girls don't wear no clothes.
Haul away, haul them away.
We're Cape Cod bound just as straight as she goes, and we're
Bound away for Australia. So heave her up, me bully, bully boys. Haul away, haul them away. Oh,
heave her up and don't you make a noise, and we're
bound away for Australia. So heave her up, me bully, bully boys. Haul away, haul them away. Oh,
heave her up and don't you make a noise, and we're
bound away for Australia.
Yeah, I can definitely see how being out at sea and working your butt off, you can get a little more motivated with some good tunes like that.
Oh, you have to, man. Yeah.
It's kind of like being in the military and having that the cadences, going when you're marching along.
It's very
Yeah,
similar.
yeah, it is. Especially like some of the the capstan shanties, things like that. They're actually built to a marching rhythm. That's how they used to raise the anchors. They just get a bunch of dudes around a
wheel.
capstan and they had a big ass heavy anchor.
That's
Had
cool.
to find a rhythm.
And like you were saying, like it brought back. I had it in my notes. Cape Cod girls. It kind of does feel like you're sitting on the stoop. It has kind of a little bit, kind of a Caribbean twinge in there.
Yeah, that was Logan's idea.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
happens
wow.
when you play rocksteady for a long time. You can't really avoid it. Well, like it would be rhythmic. You know what I mean? Like there would be like culture blending. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
people-
yeah,
you're
especially
hanging out with
traveling
people.
around the world from the Caribbean to the Indies to the here to there.
Yeah, totally. And like especially once those guys figure out how to get across the Pacific, like it's stuff from all over the place.
Yeah, the crews would be from all over.
Yeah. It's like first guy to navigate the entire Pacific Ocean, Lope Martin. That's it. Yeah. He was a half black, half Portuguese dude. Yeah.
But do we learn about him in school? No.
No. Lope Martin, there's a whole book about him though.
Oh wow.
It's great. Yeah, he's the man.
We need a song about him.
Well, Lope? Yeah, totally.
The next album.
Yep. Next one.
Featuring Paulo Vieja.
He could, if we want him to. I'm sure he would have.
We're gonna tune the kids back into history.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming down. We're out of time. I'm going to play Christopher on the way out here.
Cool, man. Thank you.
But thank you so much for coming down. And you're going to be at 33 Gold on next Friday on April 10th with a bunch of others. And best of luck to you. And I hope to see you again around here soon.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
All righty.
Fun.
Stay tuned.
It was a true blue 1492. We sailed away the coast of Spain. You know the Queen, she kept me on a leash. She wanted a return on her lease. Well, there were 2 or 3 caravels indeed, but now for me, the Saint Beret, we sought a new route to Asia bearing fruit and thought we sailed the eastern sea for 1 ton of western reap. Crash landing nowhere near our destination. Subjugation, ahoy! Found no roots but dug a hole once like pirates. We loot a suit